Hello guys, this is Sahib from TechieTwix, and in this video we will look at the benchmarking scores of this new Android One smartphone, and we'll also test out the USB OTG functionality. So let's get started. So for first I'll show you the specifications of this device. As you can see, it runs on MediaTek MT6582 chipset, which is clocked at 1.3 GHz, and this is a quad-core chipset, and the GPU used is Mali 400 MP. As you can see, brand here listed is Google. The screen size is actually 4.08 inches because the some part of display is taken up by these touch capacitive buttons, and the screen DPI is 240 DPI. Total RAM is 965 MB, and out of which around 474 MB of RAM is available, and internal storage is which was available to user was 2.23 GB, and now the available storage is 0.67 GB. Another thing is that it does support move to SD card feature. And here are the list of sensors, and I have to say Google has not skipped any of the sensors required because every sensor is present: accelerometer, proximity sensor, light sensor, orientation, gyroscope, rotation vector. Also this gravity sensor is also included in this smartphone. So let's now look at benchmarking. So as you can see, there are no background apps. We will start up with Antutu Benchmark. As you can see, I have tested it one time, but this time I will test it again. One another thing to note is that during the testing I will fast forward this video because if I will not fast forward, it will become a type of boring video. So let's get started. As you can see, the test has been completed now, and the score which I have got is 19,754, which is a pretty nice score for device of this price point. When we look at details, multitasking, in which we have got a score of 3039. You can pause the video and have a look at all the scores. One thing which I need to mention is that this score is similar to scores which we have seen on Snapdragon 410 chipset or 400 chipset, but the main area where the two chipsets are different are the 3D graphics area. As you can see, in 3D graphics it has scored 3642 points, and whereas Adreno's score is about 7000. But because this device has stock Android, so this is a really snappy device and doesn't hang or stutter. So let's now look at Quadrant Benchmark. We will run the full benchmark and for this video. Again, as you can see, in this benchmark we have got a score of 5427, which is a pretty nice score. And as you can see, it came above HTC's One X, which was a high-end device, but that's old device, so no comparison. If you want to get breakup of this score, you can pause the video and have a look at them. So now let's move to next benchmark, which is known as Geekbench 3, which will test the core performance of this device, the multi-cores and the single core. And the benchmark is now completed, and we have got a score of 363 for a single core, and for multi-core we have got a score of 1178. Actually the scores are not too high, but considering the price point at which this device comes, it's great score. When we compare it with some other devices like Asus Nexus 7 on Motorola's Moto G, it is just similar to that. And when we compare multi-core score, it is near to Moto X and Moto G's and S3's performance. So now let's move to next benchmark, which is known as Vellamo. And in this I will show you the scores. In metal, the Spice Dream Ono, this Android One smartphone, has scored 785, which is a pretty nice score, and it came above the Motorola Droid Razr, and Asus Nexus 7 is just a tad higher than it, and the scores are above LG's Nexus 4, Google's Nexus 4. And if you want to see the individual performance, you can pause the video and have a look at these scores. And when we compare the multi-core score, that's around 1144, and that's an impressive score as well. And this device came above Samsung's Galaxy S3. I know it's a old device, but that was also a really powerful device. And this is the system temperature. As you can see, the device doesn't heat that much. And for individual scores, you can pause the video and have a look at them. So to look at its USB OTG capabilities, we will plug in our USB cable and look whether this device has USB support or not. So let's first unlock the device, and we will plug the USB OTG cable here. As you can see, there is no response from the device, which means that it doesn't support USB OTG. So at last, what do I feel about the benchmark results of this device? I know these are just synthetic benchmarks. They don't tell a word about the real world performance, but for some people they are important, and to get an idea that how well this device can perform, we can look at them. So guys, this is Sahib from Techie Tweaks signing off. And one another thing to note is that I am coming with the new videos like its gaming review and camera review soon, so stay tuned to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and support me. So I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.